Good evening, everybody. I hope y'all can hear me tonight. Cliff, I haven't forgot. That's one of the priorities for tomorrow. That plus I got to do a tabletop seeker. Good to hear from you. I hope you got that healing booklet, Angel. I know you got yours. Seeker says, Cliff, can I ask you a question about the dream state? I watched Jerry's video on the dreams, not having dreams. Dreams are dangerous, but I'm not sure how to set that intention before I go to sleep. Seeker also says the stopping the world technique and the candle visualization. Ladybug is here. She says, hello, everyone. Seeker says, sounds great. Oh, thank you. And Faith Walker, she says, hi, all. All right, Faith Walker. Let me do the announcements real fast, and then we'll get started. I'm hoping my guests will show up, but I think she said her grandchildren came in, so she may be busy with them, so she might not be able to do the stream tonight. But the announcements are that I do have 2 Facebook pages that I do associate with this, and I will be streaming to that once I get all the kinks worked out. And that is Oklahoma Bigfoot Predator Watch, in parentheses, antlers and surrounding areas. Also, Choctaw Missing and Murdered Woman, WOMBMAN, and Sun Center and Database. Those are 2 other group pages that I have on Facebook. And then whenever I do get the kinks worked out, I will be streaming not only here to YouTube, but also to Facebook. Also, the museum. As far as I know, the museum is open, and that was at 400 something. I just can't think of that address, but that's the Chute Ranch Project, a Bigfoot experience. That is the new Bigfoot Museum in Tallahassee, Oklahoma, right off of 271 and 63 East. You can't miss it. It's right next. It's pretty much right across from the Easy Mart, the gas stations, and Dollar Saver. It's just right across the street, basically, on the left side of 63 if you're heading east. Also, there is the Bigfoot Festival. A lot of friends have said that they're going to go, so that seems to be the plan for tomorrow. Some guys who are knowers of Bigfoot, I know that they will be there. I mean, they're not speakers or anything, but I just know that they know and that they will be there. I told them we may have a funnel cake or something if we run into each other. There are some other people who will be at this festival, looking around, looking for people who know about Bigfoot and things like that. So if you're in the area, be out there. We were told that it's supposed to rain. Another guy said that they may get rained out, but if not, have a funnel cake at home or make you some Indian fried bread or something. Let's see, what else do we got here? Oh, SMA, here. I haven't seen you in a while. Please give us a ding and let us know that you're safe. Okay. She's up in territory also, but that might do to prolong the program, or the I don't want to say program, the unprogram, to help the stream. I wasn't able to get that e-transfer linked up, but I still have my PayPal. So I think the 30 days exhausted, so it has been returned back to you. So I'm just letting you know that check it will be back in there. And of course, Cliff, I got you on here as that's it. Tomorrow you will have that. Uh, the Bigfoot, you will have that tomorrow. I'm doing that first thing in the morning, daily. Not if I don't get up around 4 o'clock in the morning. I do want to get that to you. Uh, so let's see. Seeker says, Jerry, the dream question is for you, but if anyone can help answer that for me, I'm gonna need serious activity at night. Uh, Seeker, give me a real quick. And I'm gonna have this pocket. I'm just scrolling back up. Damon says I'm listening, but got the part. I just got the part now to fix my car. Oh wow, Damon, just now got it. Wow. And Cliff says, "Hey Seeker, I need to brush up on the topics you inquired about. I do not want to tell you the wrong info, and I need to hear things twice for them to soak in." Laugh out loud. And Seeker says, "Hi, Faith Walker." And Kathy's here. Kathy says, "Hi guys, my email has not gotten through, so sad. No booklet." Kathy, can whoever has a booklet, whoever can forward really fast, could you forward? Kathy, could you give somebody your email and they could forward you a copy of that booklet? I think everyone here has a booklet, so um, just accessing a lot of dreams. I'm definitely being prey. Yes. Okay. So what is the question? We got a little time, so I can get that before we get started. Uh, so give me like a kind of like a specific kind of question, uh, like are you intending to dream, or do you just dream every night? Do you dream sometimes? Just kind of oh, are you trying to do you want to know how? Okay. Okay, yeah. To not dream that we already know how to do these things. We just got to know to do these things, basically. So just like you're gonna feel in a dream, you're gonna feel like when this world and you start going into that dream world, you're gonna feel kind of like that change, like it's gonna start opening up. That's when you're going into another world. That's you know, if you was to turn around, you're not gonna see your bed or you're not going to see yourself. You're going to turn around and you're going to be in another world, just like at Faith Walkers. If you was to walk through those portals, it would look almost the same, but you would be in a different place. Dreams are the same way. These doorways are there. They're open doorways. Things can come back with you. You've seen movies like that. I think there used to be a movie of Freddy Krueger where he would come back or get through that dream, or they would pull things out of that dream. These things can happen. So when you feel yourself going into a dream world, just back out. Tell yourself, no, 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 I'm not going in there. And don't think, don't dream, just don't dream. It's really that simple. Just don't dream. Tell yourself, if I'm about to begin to dream, do not dream. Back out, pull out, or shake your head, wake yourself up, and then go back to sleep. But also tell yourself again, do not dream. If I do wake up, that's setting your intent, or to pull back. That's setting your intent, because when that happens, your body, your energy body, has already that command. I guess you would say already has that intent to pull back or to wake up. um, Seeker says, so can I do anything before that? I'm trying not to dream. Yeah, I mean, just that's the same thing. Um, Set your intent that if I begin to dream, to pull back. If I begin to dream, wake up. And yeah, that's it. Just set your intent. That's all you got to do. Your body. It's just like driving a car. Now, because also in dreams, don't look at sparkly sparks because these are orbs, colors, balls. Also in dreams, don't look at objects. Like if you all of a sudden you're with a mansion and you're on this big street and there's a pot full of gold and you're looking at it, you're getting pulled. Those are traps. Those are pull you into an predator's trap just by and these traps in dreams are designed especially for you. And this is also the way Bigfoot's design traps at your house or in the forest around your house. They know you come out certain ways. They know which way the game comes out. So those traps are going to be set there. And I was talking with Faith Walker about basically saying choose your path, choose your trap. Or don't go into the paths. Don't go into the traps. Avoid them because you know what they look like. But yes, just set your intent. So um we just make things a little harder than what we have to. We overthink too much when so many things are so simple, just like the Fibonacci sequence. So once we realize what we're looking at or what we're doing. Um, Cliff says it's tough. I find myself in these incredibly realistic dreams that seem very little, if any, different than reality. Tough to determine if I am in a dream or not. Um, dreams, dreams have moving objects, I guess you would say. If it's just like um, there's dreams, there's just ordinary dreams, I guess you would say, where you just kind of flash through things. Those are just ordinary dreams. There's no energy predators, basically what I'm saying, trying to uh, get to your energy. But there are like spirit dreams, there's coma dreams, impact dreams, death. Which that's not the dream. Trauma. Those dreams right there, energy predators will try to attach to your energy, and this is when you feel sluggish, slow, weighed down, feel like you're quicksand, pinned down. You can't fly. Those times are when energy predators are feeding on your energy body, um, because we haven't been trained, which that's what we're doing, but haven't been trained to control our energy body. And before I get too far, um, oh, okay, never mind. But yes, Cliff, whenever you have those dreams, uh, know that you're in a dream. For one thing, know that this is not, your every dream is another world. So get back to your world. Get back to here. And like we tell everybody, whenever you wake up, you're here. You're in this world. But whenever you close, you're in another world. Or you can go into another world. And you can also be pulled into energy predator worlds to be fed upon. Seeker says, I realized the trap of familiar people. Hey, all right. Good job, Seeker. Faith Walker, she was recognized as a lot of things also. Uh, Seeker also says, so that teaching helped me already, but there's so much activity. I want to not dream. Yeah, you just set your intent. Just tell yourself don't dream, or once you feel yourself going, just back out. Just tell yourself, hey, Katie, how are you doing? How are you doing? Katie is here. All right. So I wanted to kind of explain tonight um about the healing booklet and how to heal. And I was wanting to make sure Katie was here because uh, usually I'll just go over the booklet and go word for word basically, but we have done that before. Um, and also, if you do, all right, Katie's doing okay, and Seeker says thank you so much. Oh, more than welcome. And whenever we have time like this, and even I think Katie and Faith Walker also said that we should have a day of just kind of answering questions, any kind of questions that you may have, kind of. But I kind of would like to have them up to this point, I guess you would say, because there's some questions that are further up, like we were talking about with the frequencies, pulse weapons. Uh, but we have to also know the past, which um, well, let's see. Tomorrow, the next day, I want to start also on the hieroglyphs again, so that everybody knows how to read the Aztec sunstone, and it's very simple too. All this is very simple. And once you listen for 30 minutes or to an hour, you're gonna know exactly how to read that hieroglyph. If you know the story, legend of time, you already know how to read these hieroglyphs. Um, but as people can see, or maybe not, these hieroglyph uh, posters are upside down. And if you know that story, you know why we're upside down. But I'm going to kind of explain the healing and how it's used and how it's done. And you can also find these charts in the booklets that we sent. Um, uh, Sigurd says, I'm watching the previous vids, so being able to ask some questions is helpful. Yeah, and I know Katie and Faith Walker was saying that um, we do need to have a time where we just kind of ask some questions and make sure everybody's caught up. And so when we keep going, like today, like we're gonna go again, uh, we'll understand more. But Katie, if you're ready, we're gonna start here. And I do have a bigger chart, so let me grab that one real fast. And we can actually use some of this, so I'm going to move this over. Let's see. Okay, so also, like here, now the reason I'm going to show you this way, this has to do with the healing booklet. Um, and I hope everybody has got their healing booklet with them, but you're going to see a few things of what I'm talking about. This right here, this helix right here, is also here in the healing booklet. Katie said she's a little tired. Um, she says she's pretty wiped out. She's gonna hold up as long as she can. Um, well, why don't we? Katie, do you think you'll be more wide awake tomorrow? Because I really want to do this. And if you have any questions, I want you to know, so you can help everybody. Yeah. So what I'm thinking is if Katie's okay, then we can proceed with the healing, or maybe I could just do it. I'll just explain. How about that? And that way, Katie, you'll have. I'll explain it, and then I'll go back over it. If that'll be okay, Katie, because I want you to hear some of this. So, uh, Cliff says he gets up early too. He says, uh, okay, so also I had a guest who was coming on tonight, except she wasn't able to make it, but she was going to come on and give her, I guess you would say, testimony as far as her healing. She wanted everybody to know, which she said her grandkids came in, so she's doing that right now. And but she wanted to explain how the doctor had concerns, and I don't know if she may come in next day or two, whatever. But I'm gonna kind of give a overview. No, Katie, it's not a problem. Everything's great. Uh, Katie and Cliff are laughing. Um, but she wanted to, tell you that um, how the doctor had concerns about her, and she had like this borderline kind of history. And so this last time we was talking on the phone, and she would call every now and then. We'd talk, and we got to talking about healing, and then I was talking about how I wanted to give this system to the tribe and to other tribes, and to branch it out to everybody so everybody understands how healing works and how our bodies naturally are supposed to be healed or regenerating, not the other way around. But she was going to tell you how she got her concerns from the doctor, and how I started her on this same system. And I said, just she actually said that she had a 3 month reevaluation kind of thing, a checkup, which I said, great, because that gives us 3 months. And if you do it in 3 months, you'll see the change. It'll be there in the proof. And she said, okay. And so she decided to go through with that, through with the program. So she got the minerals, and some of these plants and flowers are, you would find them in a flower store, I guess you'd say, or you'd have to order them to grow, because they're not the normal kind of flowers that you would get in your area. So she was doing her due diligence, I guess you would say. She started with the alkaline water, spring water, juices, teas, um, and she would tell you how she began to feel different, and the aches, the pains, the joints, everything was changing. And I do hope that she comes in and tells you that story. Uh, I don't want to give you the results and everything, but they were very, very good. And I know this system works. But so tonight I'm going to kind of explain, instead of going word for word, um, like I normally do. This way may be a little easier, because we'll just be kind of talking, instead of more like the next paragraph or the next page. But I will go use it as a reference. But now when the DNA and the enzymes, they go through our body, it's always, we have the cerebrum and the cerebellum. That also goes with, the The helix here. Plus, this is the male side, woman side. Um, so now when the enzymes go down the body and we have a deficiency from here to here to here, that enzyme is going to slow down and try to repair or replicate or restore or regenerate. And that's what our bodies are supposed to do. Our bodies are supposed to repair, regenerate, replicate. We're supposed to constantly be repairing and growing, not the other way around. So whenever and you can find all this information also in the booklet, but I'm just telling you like I would if we were sitting down and just having a conversation, which pretty much is what we're doing. But when that enzyme comes to that deficiency, and the only two ways that you can get naturally sick is through a deficiency or your acidic levels drop below 7.0. And the lower the acidic levels are, the more acidic and the more illness you can get. And with your deficiencies, what we're talking about today, if you have those deficiencies, you can have cancer, you can have high blood pressure, you can have thyroid, you can have diabetes, you can have cancer, tumors, lupus, thyroid, you can have all that. But if you don't have a deficiency, you can't have that. Your body naturally will kick it out because now it becomes energized and electrified. So when that happens, any disease will be electrocuted. It will be attacked. It will be pushed out. Now the DNA that goes through, or the enzymes that go through that stop, or slow down, they're trying to repair that deficiency. So the 9 months, because we do have 12 essential minerals here, that in the 9 months when our mother is carrying us, we only receive 9 months. But if you look in your booklet, there's also other charts to factor in for premature uh, or like maybe a month or half a month that lands in between the month. But then there's one chart that hits specifically to show you that three the three divisions, which it'll look like this. And these are different minerals that come in, but you'll see that in those charts also. So whenever the DNA goes through that cycle, and all it does is it's going to repair. Once it gets through with that, it's going to repair. And through our life, if we do not repair that deficiency, that we're stripping all of our good minerals to try to repair those deficiencies. And when we do that, we weaken our entire system trying to compensate for that deficiency. So we're naturally kind of like destroying ourselves if we don't have um, our minerals. We're slowly trying to help ourselves, but at that same time we're kind of like destroying ourselves to keep ourselves going. So what we're doing with the system is we're going to put those minerals into those what we call pockets. Now, when we do this, now that enzyme doesn't have to stop. Now the enzyme goes to the next one. Now we're going to put those minerals, plants, edible flowers, herbs, all in those deficiencies. Now when we do that, they don't have to stop now. They don't have to slow down. And that's the same way they're going to go with the next one. Next thing you know, they're going to start flowing like that. And when that happens, you're going to feel the change. You're going to feel the energy. You're going to feel strength. Um, Before you start this program, get down and do as many push-ups as you can, many sit-ups as you can. Do this program for say a week and see how many you can do. Uh, I when I first started it, I think I did two or something because it was a long time, and plus I had more weight because the system also strengthens you and tightens you up, and so now you're ready to go, like I do, hike, track, and all that. But I have the endurance now just to keep going. And like I've told people, I do have the heart rate of a 15-year-old, which the doctors have told me, or that heart rate of a marathon runner. And I told him it's just that I've got my body in balance, and so there's nothing clogging it or stopping it from, uh, you know, to continue. So there's no exhaustion, I guess you would say. I can still keep going, and that's what I want to do for everybody. So whenever the DNA doesn't have to worry about replication, repair, and everything like that, or that's when all the regeneration happens. When that replication, when it doesn't have to, work so hard with one thing, now now it's got the energy, it's got the minerals, it's got everything to regenerate. Um, and this also is good with arthritis patients. Um, I know that most, before they know all this, they've already gotten um, uh, a lot of calcium, but this will start to deteriorate. It will still start to go back. It will, even though it will chip, it will start slowly repairing like it's supposed to, because that's what it's supposed to do. When our body has exactly what it needs, it fights for us. It 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 engulfs viruses, and this also is talking about the COVID virus. Also, your white blood cells are used to engulf viruses, to engulf bacteria. You need, and if all your uh, 72, if all your minerals are working together, it- your body will attack the virus. Your body will attack sicknesses, cancers, diabetes. It will attack it, engulf it, and get it out of your body. It will remove that. Um, uh, Katie says my DNA strands are creaking. Katie, let's use this system. And here in just a second, I want to show you how we use the system by doing a quick chart for you, and a birth date, which we did Cliff's, if I'm not mistaken. And also, Katie, I do know a little bit about you, but I want to tell you what I know about you just by your birth date. And like I was saying, that's right, Katie. But like I was saying, whatever the doctors have diagnosed people with, that's not their problem. That's a result of their deficiencies. That's a result of their real problem. Cancer, thyroid, diabetes, that's not their problem. That's a result. So here in just a minute we'll do that. So whenever um so that's what I want to show you how to use the chart real fast, because if you have your booklet, these charts are in there. And if you haven't, I'm going to go ahead and put my email here. So that is my email. So if you do not have your booklet, please please send for a free healing booklet so that you um, see exactly the charts. There are 3 or 4 charts on there, how to use them. It's kind of self-explanatory, but at least tonight we get to kind of go over just kind of talking about the booklet. And we're going to do this every 9 days because this stream does delete. So every 9 days, we're going to do another healing presentation and another healing presentation. And at the very end, I'm sure that one of y'all can do a healing presentation, and I would like to see that because uh, that way I know somebody's got it or everybody's got it, or if you got it, let me know. Seeker says, so minerals are the key to balancing the system. Seeker, our bodies are mineral, plants, water, and air, plus our spiritual binding, which the spiritual binding is a bonus. But the earth is our umbilical cord. The earth gives us everything we need, just like our mother gives us, while we're in the womb, gives us everything that we need. The earth, through the plants, the minerals, the water, and the air, is our umbilical cord. So we're just using what is here, what is naturally supposed to be here for us to naturally be stronger. Now, if we was to get into the spiritual, we would talk about that the in the spiritual world there are no calves, ankles, or feet. You have to use your mind, and there's half a body. Half when separation happens, when that time happens, the male and female side will separate. You will only have half your male, half your female, with no calves, no ankles, or feet. I've only seen this done in one movie, and that's called The Green Frontier, and I think that's on Netflix. If you see them in that dream world or that dream state, that's exactly what I'm talking about. There are other people who know, and if you know these stories and everything, the movie Green Frontier makes perfect sense. Maybe one day we can have a Green Frontier, or maybe we can even do a movie kind of thing, or a um a night of where we find the symbology and things like that in shows and things like that, because they are out there and they are put right in front of us. Cliff says, I have been sticking to my list of plants, herbs, flowers, creating very little there, or cheating very little there. Staying away from meat, but still gotta get the mineral cell salts. Also, whenever you get that mineral cell salt, or cell salts, also get hemp heart seeds. It tastes just like walnuts. Put that and eat that in scoops. Eat it just like a walnut. Continue as much as you want. Put them on salads. Great on salads. Any kind of meal. You could even put them in your cereal. But add those hemp seed hearts so you don't get a protein deficiency. It's the only plant that will give you the fatty and amino acids, which is also in the booklet. So read through that booklet; it's in there also. Um, Kathy says, "Okay, I will try again. Thanks." Okay, that is my email also, but there are other people here who have that email, or you can, since everybody knows each other pretty much, you can ask someone to maybe possibly email you a copy of that booklet. All they would have to do is forward it. It should still be in their email. Um, Katie says, "Way to go, Kathy! All right." And Katie says, "And Cliff." Seeger says, "What page for the chart?" Oh, well, the first chart would be I want to say page 5. I want to say I don't have the chart here with me in front of me because I know it. I just don't know what page it's on. Cliff said starts on page 4. Okay, so it starts on page 4, Seeker. Uh, Cliff says I got the hemp parts. All right, hey, that's great news. I'm glad you did that. Yeah, I believe the person who was going to give their testimony tonight also has their hemp seed hearts. I got some in the icebox. I eat from time to time. Uh, Cliff says going to put them in the blender in my smoothie. Yes, that would be great. Also, that would be great. Even on ice cream. If you uh, and Faithwalker says that's a great idea, Cliff. That is a great idea. And Katie says, yeah, she loves her hemp. And there's hemp protein. There's um, moringa protein, uh, other kinds of proteins. So you can get your protein still in plants, and that's the goal. And if I had my way right now, I would have amino hemp plants grown for our people and well everybody really. But if I had my way, we would all be healed already. We wouldn't have to go through all this. But so now with our charts, our booklets, as you're going to see, that this chart is the same way. So, and this chart is the same way. It starts with the head, actually, kind of like this. Uh, don't mind my drawing here. Uh, okay. Don't mind my artistic aware here. But this is actually the same thing as what I'm trying to show you here. It's the same thing. Now, all we're going to do really with this chart is actually this chart just standing straight up. This is actually the same chart just standing straight up. This right here would be the cerebrum, and this part would be the cerebellum. This part would be the throat, and the throat is also the spiritual binding area, just as the waist and just as the ankles. And that's also the number 34 in the Fibonacci sequence. So this chart is actually this same chart here. All it is a DNA chart. All this is the chart of our minerals. Like in our brain, like our cerebrum. Here you would see, you would just use this chart, and it would come to the cerebrum, or the right side of the brain, and that would be the cerebrum, which has to do with the spinal cord, the sensory nerves, the face, and lower jaw. And this is all, right in here. But like with the healing, the helix, it's the same thing. It's just this is just standing straight up for the helix. And whenever the DNA crosses, you got the male and the female side. So the male side will cross right through here. and circle back around the chest, and then around the heart and the stomach. Remember, there's the stomach and the womb, and that's a crisscross area. And like the woman's side or the cerebellum would cross over and do the male side of the face, and also the neck, and then the breast or the yeah, it'd be the chest or the breast side. It also goes around the heart, but also crosses between the stomach and the womb, and goes back to the next binding, spiritual, which is where the will of the body is. Because the third eye, this eye, which is the sun eye, is self. The moon side is the reasoning. The third eye is the baby or the intent, the energy body. But the waistline, right underneath the belly button, is where the will of the body is. Um, the will moves you. The will moves the spiritual body. The will moves the physical body. So that's another helix area through that spiritual binding area. And the feet also are the spiritual binding from the connection from earth to our bodies, but also has that little thin line between, which is called heaven or the energy that's between there. But each one, when you use this chart, each one of these parts of the body of the 12 essential has a different mineral. The head, the cerebellum has a different mineral. The face, the throat has a different mineral. The shoulders, the chest, the heart, the stomach, everything has a different mineral. You need all 12 to function energetically and electrically, I guess you would say. Uh, Cliff says, I get down on some avocados too. Yes, I love avocados. Katie, laugh out loud. Katie says, me too, Cliff. Katie says, your cerebrum is smiling. Then Katie lost it. She lost her connection. She went down. Um, she said that she'll get on the booklet for tomorrow. Thank you. Looks like Katie is going to be leaving us. She's going to get some rest tonight. She's gone through a lot. I guess you would say she's strong though. Katie, have a good night, and we're going to finish up here in just a minute. Um, so I'm actually going to have to do someone else's birthday. Um, so someone's going to. I don't need to have the year you were born, just the month and the day. So someone's going to have to send me that, and I'll do yours on here, or even Faith Walkers if you're still with us. Oh yeah, she is. And so each one of these body parts has a different mineral. So like we was talking about, we have to get every body part their mineral to function. Uh, I guess you would say normally, which is high powered actively. Um, so I'm gonna get somebody's birthday, month and day only. I don't need the year, because we're in the new time now of the Aquarius, but not only to not only to healing, but this is all still has to do with um the Bigfoot. But this part right here has to do with our healing, our strength, and things that we can use as natural, protection and natural strength. Um, Faith Walker, okay, 9/11, born 3 months early. Okay, so everybody who has your booklet, please go to, I would say, if 4, 5, 6, go to page 6. I would say that one is for the premature birthing. So we're looking at. Hmm, okay, we're gonna do faith walkers real fast. Um, and seeker, just follow what we're doing, and you'll be able to. And everybody, really, just follow what we're doing. Use that booklet, and if you haven't gotten the booklet, please send for one, or ask somebody from here. They may be able to forward you one. But if not, I'll put my email address on this again when we get ready to close, so that you can send for a booklet. But everybody who does have your booklet, we're looking at page 6, I believe. It's with the premature chart, because the birth date we're looking at is 9/11, and it's a 3 month premature. So I'm going to show you just, and everybody who's been keeping up with us, as far as using these charts and astrology and the cosmology and the Fibonacci sequence. The Fibonacci sequence is that helix. It's you know that's that swirl, except it's going like this, except it's going throughout the body. Is what I'm saying. So everyone who, I mean, if this doesn't make kind of sense to you, maybe go back a couple, or we will have another recap. We've been having to do some recaps, um, and we still need to do another recap with the healing in 9 days. Also with the Legend of Time, I think I want to read that off again. So right now, if you look at your charts, this is March 21, June 21, September 22, 23. There's a reason for that. And then December 21. And this is your soul stuff, or your spirit. And this is your ice for solstice. And this is equal day. This is your day side, which is from here to here. And this is your moon side. So this is your night, or moon side, woman side, man side. So here on your chart, here, see, we're starting right here, which March 21. So each one of these lines that you're going to see, because we have 3, remember, this will be March, this will be April 21, or this will be, actually, sorry, that is yeah, that's right, that's April 21, and this is May. That's what threw me off. May 21 and June 21. Does everybody see how this chart is working with the dates? I mean, as far as right here, it even says in these lines right here, it'll say March 21, and then right here it says June 21, and then of course it's September, and then let's see, here's the December one. So use those markers for your like your starting point. Let me see if I got this. Okay. So right now we're looking for a 9/11. Now this is the birth date that we got. You don't need the year, but so whatever your birth date is, you can put it to the side, and I'll show you how we're going to use this. So that's September the 11th, which is just coming up. So you're almost no, you just have a birthday. Okay. So this is March 21, June 21. Now on your chart here, this is like where July is. This is like I think August is right here, and September is like right here, and then it goes down to September 22nd, 23rd. So on your charts, you will use that to find your birth date. Let's find our birth dates, whatever your birth date is. So 9/11 is September. See here, right here, it says September the 23rd. No, August 23rd. So September the 22nd is here. So that's 10 days back. And you'll see on your chart, well, actually not on this one, but on the map of the universe, we'll get to that one too. But there'll be little numbers, little dots for numbers. So you would track back to September the 11th, which would be right around here, right around this time, right here. Now, being born on September 11th is when the minerals were cut off from this child, this baby. Well, Faith Walker. so with that um time right here is when your minerals were cut off and you were 3 months early, so you're 6 months deficient. So you're 6 months deficient starting from right here. So we're gonna actually um let's see, what's that month? September 11th, August 11th, July 11th, May 11th, April 11th. Okay. Now, I think that's right. February 11th to September the 11th would be 6 months uh, of being in creation inside the belly of your mother. So you're actually 6 complete months of minerals that you're missing, or that your body is starting to really try to use up. So from September to the 11th to February the 11th is the 6 months that your mother gave you as far as your minerals. But from September the 11th to February the 11th, you weren't given those. So you have to get those minerals here in Earth, I guess you would say. So we're also, and I've used this chart so many times, I hope we can still kind of read it. But here is like the September the 11th, and I'm going to do, oh, it's actually March the 11th. I'm sorry. So we're going to use this one right here. February to September, it's half. Let me go ahead and mark this. I don't have a copy machine, so and these are kind of like a smile too. But actually, so you're a total of six months deficient. Um, if I mean, since you was born on 9/11, 3 months early, you're 6 months deficient. But of course, that's not a problem either. We just have to put those minerals into your system. So, with your chart on your birthday, go to where September the 11th is, where you find it. There's September 23rd at the fall equinox. Just go up a little bit, find your September the 11th, and whatever your birth date is, like mine is July 17th, I would come up here to June 21. I'd move over to July, and I go to 17. So mine would be right in here. That would have been my birthday. If I was doing my chart, this is where I would mark mine for my ninth month of being birthed. But tonight, so like even December the 9th. Okay, let's do yours real fast, Seeker. This is December the 21st. This is November the 22nd, and this is on your chart if you just look at these numbers here. So November the 22nd to December the 9th is right about here. So you would start right there, and you would only go 3 months. If you were 9 months, you would go 3 months from this mark, which would be one, two, and then three, which is actually just about right there too. Yeah, you're halfway actually. You're halfway of Faith Walker, which is kind of funny because if Faith Walker did her six or her full term 9 months, y'all would probably be right on about the same birth date. And you both got your numbers up. So Faith Walker, what would your birthday be if you did the 9 months? I'm sure it'd be December the 9th or December the 11th, minus the extra day if it's a 30th or a 31st on each one. I bet y'all two would have actually had the same birthday. So now on your chart, we're going to go all the way in to where this chart is pointing. Now, this chart is pointing to the stomach area. This is your Virgo sign, also. So, this also has to do with birthing children, digestion food, um, kind of clogging of the food because uh, as later in life came, your digestion got a little harder to digest as far as breaking food up. It's only because the oils in your stomach are not as abundant as they once were when you were in that peak or that growing in that peak time. But later in life, like 70s and stuff, you're really going to see digestion problems, stomach problems. You could have cancers and tumors only because the digestion is not flushing everything out. And also in the booklet, you'll read that meat stays in the body for 7 days. It festers, and it will cause cancers, which cause tumors because it does stay in the body longer than what anything should. So next you would go down to the next because right now we're looking at every deficiency, what every deficiency you would have, and then with that deficiency, we will tell you what the problems will be because of that deficiency. So that problem is probably the problems that you're going to have now, but we can still correct those. Um, Seeger says, wow, my date is very rare. Yeah. Um, so if you would add 3 more months from 9/11, whatever we get with that. But let's not worry about that. Let's worry about what we're studying. And so now the next mineral right here that you're deficient in is um and this mineral has to do with your bladder, your kidneys, your pH levels, your acidic levels. So this also means that your pH levels, which you can at a health food store get you some pH strips, and those pH strips will tell you your acidity level, and you want green. You don't want yellow or those colors. But by your chart, it says that your kidneys, you would have, uh, and you could have kidney problems, stones, bladder problems, weak bladder problems, especially in the older life because your mineral is not there. Your pH balance will be off because your acid neutralizer is not equal or is not balanced out. But that can be fixed also. Um, so the next mineral, as we're going down, now we're getting into the procreating organs or the birthing organs, and also the skin. Uh, you may have skin problems, blemishes, vascular coatings. Procreative organs could have problems with birthing. Um, and that mineral is the number 3 mineral, and that's the calcium sulfate, which also is called lime sulfate. And all of this is in those charts. The minerals for those deficiency areas, and those are the ones that when we go to the mineral store, only only purchase these Highland brand minerals or the other minerals that are listed. Like this is also called natrium sulfate. You can purchase those and use as directed also. But most of those places are just wanting to make a profit or a sale, so they'll say this is just as good, this is just as good, but no, it isn't. Get and buy specifically for what you need. um, Cliff said this subject always makes me hungry. uh, the minerals, the plants, the yeah, I do too. I like the plants too. So the next one also that your deficiency, because you had 6. So your next deficiency has to do with your hips and thighs, um, your heating levels in your body, uh, and your spade surgeon spade insulator, which, if I remember right, that also has to do with your regulation of your body, your heat. Um, you could even go through what people call menopause, hot, cold. Um, you could have uh, water carried in your hips and thighs. Um, your water's not circulating throughout your body the way it should be because your thighs are like that radiator or your water regulator. And if you've got your regulation going good, you won't have any swelling or clogging or breathing problems because everything's working good. The next thing that we're the next mineral that you're missing also is the number 2 mineral, which is still in those 6. The number 2 mineral, which has to do with digestion, bones, knees, and your sacrum albium. I can't remember what that is, but I will look that up again. But this bone mineral is what you need to keep healthy. If you have this bone mineral, you will hardly ever be sick. But people who do lack this mineral will have like a sickly kind of upbringing, or colds, sniffles, things like that. Um, but when you replace this, you won't hardly ever get sick. And the only way that you would get sick is if you go around people to get yourself sick, which I don't recommend. If you're healthy, stay healthy. Stay away from anyone who's vaccinated and trying to, do that. Um, Faith Walker says, for sure, my internal thermostat is broken. Laugh out loud. But don't worry, it's easily fixed. We just have to put those minerals and plants into that pocket, and that will easily be fixed, rectified. You'll be back balanced out. The seeker says, are the mineral numbers from the red numbers in the middle of the chart? Excuse me just a sec. um, are the mineral numbers from the red numbers in the middle of the chart? It says salts. Yes, right here. If you can see, I'm going to try to get as close as I can. Those numbers in the middle, those are the cell salts to that specific body part. So when you're using your chart and you're going to your health food store, look at the numbers, even if they're in between, like right here. You need half of this mineral and you're going to need half of this mineral. So you're going to buy this one also. I mean, you're going to buy all 6 of those minerals because you need all those minerals, but you only need half of the first one and half of the last one. But the rest, you need to take a full dosage. And I would say if you're past 50, buy the chronic first. And once that bottle is done, then taper off to the acute. A lot of health food stores won't even know what you're talking about, or they're going to tell you that that's too much to take at the first, but it's not because you have to repair what damage you've been doing for 50 years. So it's a chronic problem. Once we get that mineral in there, we will drop down to the acute brand or the acute um, uh, potency. Um, Cliff says, yes, the numbers are in red. Yes, they are in red and they are in the middle. Those are the numbers that you need to write down from the time that you were severed from your mother's minerals. From there on, if you're a 9-month baby, which that is chart 3, if you're, right on the 3-month, new mineral that comes in, because every mineral is a new mineral that comes in from the sun and the moon, because it's 2 minerals, the sun and the moon. That if you don't get those, then we have to get those here. So, um, you won't get sick if you use or if you have that mineral, and you'll notice the difference. I sound a little congested because it's dry in here, and I was doing some dishes. I think. Uh, oh, thank you, Faith Walker. Yeah, it makes perfect sense. I mean, if you think about the Fibonacci sequence, how when the connection happens and the swirl happens, those minerals come in at certain times and at that turn and that twist. Those minerals for the brain, for the face, for the heart, they all come in at a certain time. So all we're doing is specifying where these minerals are and putting those minerals in that we were separated from or that we did not receive from our mother. So we have to get those minerals here in Earth from the umbilical cord of Earth, which are the minerals, the plants, herbs, flowers, and air and fresh water. So the next mineral that you're going to be deficient in is right here. It's the number 9 mineral, which is sodium chloride, but it's also called natrium mer. You can also get that at the health food store for that mineral. But that is the number 9 mineral in the bioplasma cell salts with the Highland brand. Um, People always tell me I should get Highland to pay for some advertising because I always recommend them on all this. But they do have a very good product. So with that deficiency, that has to do with ankles. You could have your weak ankles, so always wear high boots out there whenever you're tracking or hiking until you get your minerals in there, and you will see a difference in your ankles, the strength in your calves and the feet. Once we get those minerals in there, you will notice a difference. It also has to do with your saline solution of the white blood corpuscles. Now, the white blood corpuscles, those are very, very, very important to health, especially for like this COVID time or when viruses are around, because your white corpuscles engulf or eat, ingest, attack viruses and bacteria. This also has to do with that high immune system, that when people have that high immune system and they have really good, if they're got through their birth natural white corpuscles by being naturally being born in this time, they're hardly ever sick. Viruses, they're over a lot quicker. And when you're on this system, what it would take someone else 2 weeks to get over, you will get over in 2 days. You'll get that full effect that first day. When you feel it, you know it's coming because you got exposed to something. You're going to feel those effects for about a day. But if you're keeping on this with this program, that very next day you're going to start feeling better, and then it's going to taper off. I promise you, because I've been around people, been exposed, and in 2 days, one day you'll really feel it, but then it'll go away because your body is attacking it. It is electrifying. It is shocking it. It is killing the virus. It's engulfing it. So that's with your white blood cells. So, but you also are half deficient in your number 4 mineral, which is ferrum phosphate or ferrum or ferrous phosphate, and that has to do with your feet, your arterial red blood corpuscles. But that also has to do with your oxygen, your feet, that spiritual binding area all has to do with oxygen and spirituality, just like your waist, just like your will, just like your spiritual binding around your neck. Now these are spiritual bindings also, but these are connected to your will, to your waist. These are connected to your will because they're below your belly button, just above, like the genital area. That in between area is called the will. You what you think. If you want to move over there, this part right here moves this body. In the spiritual world, the the energy body through the intent, just like the dreams, your intent moves or doesn't move or brings you back. So also with those red blood cells, that has to do with your blood flow, your blood platelets. So that also has to do with um, being as a child, or even like right now, if you get cut, you do not clot up as quickly. Um, some menstrual problems for women. Um, the blood flow is just not circulating as it should be. Now, if it was flowing, you wouldn't be having those hot flashes. Your oxygen levels would be great. Your energy would be going crazy. Your body would be electrified. You would be a walking weapon as far as against sicknesses. And that's what this healing system does. It corrects your deficiencies. It raises your pH levels back above 7.5 so that now your deficiency is corrected, your acidic levels are healthy and good. Now your body becomes energized. Now it becomes electrified. Now it becomes that weapon. And nothing can live in these bodies when our bodies have exactly what it needs, which I do need to get some minerals myself. Uh, but I also use plant foods. If I do run out of minerals, I got plant foods, and I also grow. When I grow foods, I only grow what is beneficial to me. Um, uh, if like I like peaches, but it's not on one of my lists. So wait a minute, no, I think it is. Water foods are because my deficiency is also a stomach deficiency, also like the 9/11 deficiency. Use more water foods. That's but it's on your list also. Okay, so now that we found our deficiencies, now that we know what minerals, and now we know what our problems can be. So now we put all that information together. We put all this information together. So now we know we're 6 months deficient. We know what minerals to get to correct those deficiencies. We also know what deficiencies we have. So we have um, half of our stomach deficiency, which has to do with digestion, which is our stomach wheels to push food through. So that digestion also goes down to our kidneys, our bladder, our waist. So it's not getting broken down. It's got enough blood from the heart to do that, but the oils are not pushing it down to be broken down correctly. So you will still have clogging, stomach problems. Also, you can have kidney problems because of this, bladder problems, because this is going downward, um, downward from your good minerals that you got. So, I mean, you're a good thinker. You can figure things out. Um, you speak well. Teeth are good. Um, Strong hands, strong shoulders, good heart, good lungs. Um, but also, as we go down, this has to do with your food. So, also, when we get to the plants and the herbs and the minerals or the edible flowers, you'll know exactly which flowers, plants, and minerals are the most beneficial for you. Now, this chart is designed for each person individually, unless you have the same birth date. If you have the same birth date, I mean, it is designed for each one of you too. So, uh, if you're diabetic, all doctors have one pill for everybody. This system here is designed specifically for you. If somebody else got diabetes and they have a different birth date, this is designed specifically for them. Your different deficiencies. And when we talk about how people um, eat, and we are taught to eat as a family, that is the best way to eat as a family together. But each person would have a different plate unless you're all born on the same day or same, roundabout area. This person may have a deficiency that requires broccoli. This one may have a deficiency that requires carrots. The mother may have a deficiency that requires asparagus. The father may need cauliflower. So each plate would be different. And that would be the only beneficial way that each person would get the right minerals to correct their deficiencies. Otherwise, only one, maybe two, would get the needed minerals to correct their deficiencies, and only two people would benefit, while the other people would basically be starved through minerals. Um, Seeker says, amazing. Um, and Faith Walker says, I've almost died from asthma and pneumonia many times. Yes, Faith Walker. Yes, that oxygen level, we need to get that corrected. Cliff Bay says, Jerry, me and you have almost the same food list. We should trade recipes. Okay, that sounds great. I like new recipes too. I like eating vegetarian. Um, but of course, like I said, until I can get my own garden and everything worked out, that I do eat meat from time to time. And I thought it was kind of funny with this last expedition that we went out. I brought broccoli, cauliflower, and even the last one too. I was grilling broccoli on the grill and everything. But I've brought bell peppers and things like that. Which Katie, she was great. She made sure to have a salad and things like that. But then we went with normality. So we didn't do anything out of normality. So that required a cookout. So and that was pretty good. So, but in moderation, I would say. But yes, Cliff, it would be. I know. But we do have to get to that level for these next levels that we're going to get to, and we will all do this at the same time and together. So don't worry about it. We're all in that canoe going that same direction right now. So now we know what our deficiencies are. We know the numbers to get to order through either Highlands or any health food store or online. Should get you there. But I recommend Highlands, which is in California, I believe. They have a good mineral depot, but sometimes they do run short. So be careful and order as many as you can with as much as you can afford. Uh, okay, good, Cliff. This is his first time to not eat meat. That's good, Cliff. Limit that. Limit that. Just taper off. Just taper it off. Don't go crazy right at first because you don't want to shock your body. But also start with those hemp seeded um, hearts. Also, get you some moringa, some hemp protein. Mix that in so you don't get that protein deficiency. Cliff Bays also says, I grew up in Texas, barbecue man, barbecue and steak and pork chops. Yeah, I know exactly. I'm from Oklahoma. We're Southern. Friends are from um, Mississippi, so that's deeper Southern, in the Cajun area. So I understand exactly what you're talking about. So also after we get through, now that we found our deficiencies and everything, on the back to where like the third page is, or third to the last page, I guess you would say. And I do recommend that you do read through these booklets because they do have a lot of information. We did go over this already before, and we will go over it again. I'm just explaining today the way I would explain to, just talking with a friend, which that's what we're doing. You're all friends, and I'm just talking to you like a friend today. But they're all in this booklet. And if you need one, I did put my email address up. And Faith Walker, she's better with the comments, so I'm trying to talk and read at the same time. And Faith Walker, if you really can you kind of take over that? She says that Faith Walker says, is it okay to take the multi 12 cell salts combination for very long? Do the minerals we need we do the minerals we don't need just move on? Yeah, your body will use exactly what it needs, and what it don't need, it doesn't need, and that's the way the body works. I do recommend that we do like with these charts. Also, not just get those minerals that you're deficient in. Buy the 12 essential cell salts, and always take those. Eat because if that's all the minerals that you can get that one for sure. Um, But the reason I recommend that we get the 12 salts along with the minerals that we're deficient is because for all these years we've been stripping those other cell salts. So what we want to do is replace them. We need them. We need to replace those other 9 or your other 6 that's been working overtime. We need to replace those. So please do also get that 12 essential bioplasma cell salt bottle. It's a bottle that, I mean, you'll have, I don't have one right here, but you have your minerals, and it'll have the numbers that you need, but also purchase the one that has all 12 essential cell salts, because we do need to replace, even though we still have those minerals, we have been stripping them. So we do need to replace those also. But on the third to the last page, now that we know our birthday, or we know where our birthday is, we know the minerals to go buy. We know it's bioplasma cell salts, or another brand like Connie Murr. That here on like the third to the last page, you're going to find where it says plants foods for specific deficient areas. Now on this page, all we're going to do is go down, because like with this chart, here, every 30 degree is a mineral, the sun or a moon mineral. So from, if your birthday is right here in the middle, like 9/11 is pretty much, when you're going to look for your plant foods, your edible flowers, your herbs, you will look in this whole section. Now, when you're taking your minerals, you're only going to take half of the dosage with your minerals. But with your plant foods, herbs, and edible flowers, you can eat any of these that's in this section. So you're going to be starting from the August 23rd to the September 23rd. That's your starting point for your plant foods that you're going to be starting to eat. Now, since we know the date, 9/11, and it's in the Virgo mineral, all these foods you will be eating, and you eat as much as you want, but it's recommended that you eat one kind of plant food per meal if you can. You know, like you'll have, but I'll show you those foods here in just a second. So now that we know, okay, we need here we have in the back again the plant foods for specific deficient areas. And as you can see right here, it starts off with March the 20th to April the 19th. That is also right here, as far as we're also starting right here. This is March 20th to April the 19th right here. So that's where we're at right now. So we're going to go down to that birthday. Let's see. Ladybug says, "Is there an internet website to buy these minerals?" People have told me that you can buy through Amazon, and it's Highland. Yes, Highland, Hyland. But I also have a friend. I'll call her. I can't call because my phone's out. But she's a supplier in this area, and she can get, like, I was getting $12 a bottle from her, but she needed to order over $100 worth. Which, if like there's 5 or 6 people that want to order, she would get that for $12 each, but I would have to contact her and talk with her. And Faith Walker says yes. Amazon and most health food stores. Yes, Amazon and most health food stores will have this product, and vitamin stores. Yes. But always remember, stay away from vitamins because a vitamin is just a little bit of a mineral. It's a vitamin. So always get the mineral because the vitamins are low dosage. You want the mineral to heal. So okay, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go find that birth date. We're gonna go find that mineral, that Virgo mineral. So on your booklet, in your booklet, you would turn the page, you would scroll down, you would here it starts as uh April to May, and then over here May to June, June to July, August. Here we are. Oh no, July to August, and here we are, August 22nd to September the 22nd. So all we're doing is scrolling down, finding our birthday where it's in between, which is in between right here, September the 9th. So those are our stomach minerals. Those are the minerals for our stomach right here. Even though there's a line through it, you're going to eat every one of the minerals that you can that is in this list. So once we get down, we're going to find all these plant foods. All these plant foods are what we're going to be eating for our meal. And you can have a little bit of everything or mixed in or even a casserole. So all the foods are mixed together. Mix the foods together, make your salads. Put if you got strawberries in your list, when you have a salad, put the strawberries in your salad or something. So all we would do would come down here and we would read off these minerals, and we would also write down these specific plants, edible flowers, herbs, because when we go to the store, we got our list. This is what I need. When we go to the nursery to get, or if we order organic or heirloom seeds for planting, we would have this list, and this is what we would be ordering. Get all these things first before you get anything else because you want to take care of yourself first and then maybe get some watermelon if it's not on your list or something. So the plant foods for 9/11 that would to begin with would be cauliflower, lettuce, cabbage, onions, celery, Brussels sprouts, tomatoes, cucumbers, endive, carrots, parsnips, barley, oats, rye, wheat, millet. So basically, we would come here, make a mark. Now, if you're only 3 months, you would make a mark here. But a 6 month, all the way to the feet, which is a half, but we would still be buying all these foods or planting these foods to correct our deficiencies or getting the minerals. So you have a multitude of ways to be healthy. You can use the herbs, you can use the flowers, you can use the edible plants, you can use the minerals to correct your deficiencies and be healthy. So always have a backup. Plant a garden, dry goods, minerals, fresh plants. Always have a backup. Teach your children how to grow. Teach your children that this garden is your garden. These are your deficiencies. These plants will make you strong. This garden is my garden. This garden is your sister's garden. This garden is your mother's garden. You know, teach the children by them growing their own gardens of how these plants make you stronger, how these plants are your medicine, how these plants will keep you healthy your entire life. Um, Ladybug says, I haven't heard or seen most of these in vitamins or vitamin shops where I go. Look at the health food stores. Um, and Amazon. You can also, I believe Highland has their own website. Um, so I would check with the Highland uh, website for sure first. I know they have a 1-800 number that you can call it. Also, because when I was trying to get that forgivable loan, I was trying to get an inventory so I could give the discount for people to get healthy. But that thing with the tribe again. So all these foods that start with the stomach goes to the kidneys, to the back, to the thighs, to the legs, to the knees, calves, feet, are it right in here for that 9/11 birthday. These are all the plant foods that you would buy. And if like me on a budget, I would buy just a little bit of each at a time until you get more. And also start storing up. If you can get this as a dry good or something, store it. Little bit at a time, but make sure you have a supply so that you have your own minerals, your own medicine always at your house. So you can always put something in your salad or, in as an herb into your soups or anything, or just sprinkle it on, just foods altogether. But you would do the same thing with the herbs. There's the same dates right there. You would drop down and go to your birthday. Again, you would find um, for your herbs, you would come down here to the same thing. This one's pretty easy because it's on the same parts of each page. But you would do the same thing with the herbs. You would go. Uh, you can also get some of these things at grocery stores, nurseries. Some of them will have nurseries. Um, Pretty much every place that got food, you can get the herbs, but the edible flowers, you may want to go to a nursery and maybe either order some to get you some quickly, but also order the seeds. You can also get them online, um, and it's the same way with the flowers, with the edible flowers. You would just do the same thing. You would flip over to the next page. You would find your deficiencies or your Virgo time, which is August to the September. You would come down to the feet, and when you're at the store, or read through these lists because you're going to see there's some words, there's some flowers that are you're going to say I never even knew that plant or that name, which is good too because you get to learn more ways to heal yourself. You can have flowers all over your yard and potteries. You could just go outside and eat some of the flowers. People may think you're crazy, but you're actually eating something that's beneficial, that's making you healthy and strong. So also the herbs, you can do that too. I also like having peppermint. Also grow peppermint around your plants and your gardens. Spiders don't like peppermint. A lot of the and that will also get insects and things away because if it's fresh, clean air, a lot of these predators and insects don't like fresh, clean air. It's hard for them to breathe, and that also goes with the story legend or the story. I mean the legend of time also goes with that. Um, and Faith Walker, hey, she's got her booklet, so she's seeing some things. And she says many of my favorite things are on these lists. Great, get those foods. Um, Enjoy them because it is just helping your body. Um, you're giving your body exactly what it needs, and when it's got exactly what it needs, that's just like a warrior with all the battle gear, the best plan. It knows the enemy from left and right. It knows everything, which way to go. It knows how easy this is going to be. That's exactly the same way. When your body has everything it needs, it waits for a problem. But it's not going to be a physical internal problem. It's going to be something that comes from the outside, like a virus, a sickness, bacteria. When that happens, your body's just like it's just been training for a fight. It's just been waiting for a fight. And when that virus or that bacteria shows up, it's on. Your body will react. It will attack. So, Lady Faith Walker says, Ladybug, I ordered from Amazon. Seeker said, pansies are delicious and even survive in snow. Seeker, is that on your list? Do you know if the pansies are on your list as a edible flower? Or are you just letting us know that they are delicious? Because, yeah. And, dandelion tea, very beneficial. Eat those dandelions tea, very beneficial for a lot of these plants and minerals and everything is here for us. We're supposed to be using it, but we're taught to trust the doctor. Take this pill, take this shot, take this virus shot. But we don't need that. Whenever this works, it's always worked. It's and if you was to hear the woman who hopefully we're gonna have her on, and whenever she's ready, even if we got something else planned, I would love to have her come on and explain and tell you how she went through her process and how she knows that this healing system works and that how she would recommend anyone and everyone to start right now. You may not even feel like you're got a problem, or you may still be at those younger ages of like 20s and something like that, but still, or if you're even young enough before the consummation of having a child, still get on this system so that your body's in balance, and get your significant other also on this system to get balanced out, so that when you consummate uh, and have your child, when the both parents are balanced, that child comes out balanced. That child comes out like a superhuman baby because it's got all the minerals, all the uh, everything that it needs to be supercharged like a super baby. And you'll see how quick that baby gets up and rolls, crawls, walks, talks. You'll see all that. Um, see, okay, pansies are delicious. Okay, we talked about that. Yes, they survive snow. That's great. That's great information, Seeker. Faith Walker says, and beautiful. Yes, they are very beautiful. Cliff says, and that's how I felt too when I saw my list. I think it's because you already are magnetized to these foods because you ate them previously and felt good, remembered, and continues to eat them. Yes, your body knows. I mean, like once in a while, you might say, "Man, I like to have a banana," or that salad looks really good, or even at a restaurant, you might say, "Oh, maybe I'll have a salad." But that's your body saying that's what we need right now. That banana, uh, that strawberry milkshake. It's something your body knows it needs. So when it looks at that list, it's gonna say, "Hey, I love cantaloupe. I love broccoli. I love salad with some green peppers. Cantaloupe, cauliflower. All these foods are great. Once you just really think about it, and that these are very beneficial to you. I mean, you're gonna be eating salads. I mean, like me, I used to every time I went to the restaurant or places like that, I always get me a big, buffet salad and go back and eat a whole bunch. And people are like, "How can you eat all that salad?" I said, "Oh, it's just all. I mean, wonderful." So, Faith Walker says that makes sense. All right, that's great. Uh, and Seeker says it really makes perfect sense. Yes, it's designed this way. I mean, we're supposed to be doing it this way, except society has told everybody that you can't do things. It's too hard. Uh, it take too long to figure out, or I won't understand it, or uh, we will already be programmed to where we will tell ourselves it's going to be too complicated. I'll just listen. I probably won't understand it anyway, but I'll listen and try to see. We're programmed to already think like that, so we have to unprogram. We can do everything. We can do this. We do know how to do this. It's not a problem. We can do it. Even putting things together, just tell yourself, I can put this together. If it's a car part, I can fix this car part. You may have to watch a YouTube, but you can do that. You may have to ask somebody, but you can do it. Always remember that. Um, Cliff says most of flowers and herbs I've found are crushed or in powdered form. Great, great. Very easy to add soups and sprinkle on tops of the veggies. Perfect. That's what you should do. All your salads, everything. I mean, just put it on everything, anything, because it's only beneficial to you. You're helping yourself. Spread the love. I mean, put it on there. Spread everything. So, Faith Walker says she loves dandelion tea. Dandelion tea is one of the most, high immune system, most effective, uh, beneficial flower that you can use. It is really, really beneficial. Seeker says, I'm just drawn to them. Yes, you are naturally drawn to them because that is, like your deficiencies or even, colors that we have to do with energy. Seeker says we'll check the list. Okay, that's great. Cliff says natural grocers have a nice prepackaged bulk aisle where I found most of the stuff on my list in organic form. I'll skip. I cannot find it in organic. Good. Yeah. If it's not organic, keep going. And I'm glad you're doing that, Cliff. Seeker says, "Yep, it's on there." All right, good job, Seeker. I'm glad that you all have your booklets. You know what to look for when you go to the grocery store. These are the most important things that you should get for you. Now, for a family member or something like that, do a chart for them. You know how to do the chart now. Use that chart. Show them the booklet. Have them read through the booklet. Let them understand everything. Teach another one. Teach another one. Uh, let's see. Ladybug says, "I hope chocolate is on my list." You know, no, you won't find it on there. I like chocolate too. I do from time to time. Have a chocolate bar uh, or something like a ginger ale or something like that from time to time. Uh, Seeker says Patriot Nurse has some good herbal resources and places to shop. I'm taking that is a store, the Patriot Nurse, or a online shopping store. Uh, and Ladybug, she says, laugh out loud. Oh, Faith Walker says, Ladybug, laugh out loud. And Kathy says, yes. I'm not sure what the yes is about, Kathy, but yes. Faith Walker says, I like the idea of forest gardening a little here and there in different spots as well as a close up garden. Yes, yes. And these plants are also beneficial to the wildlife too and things like that. So also be cautious about the wildlife because if they like your cabbage, they're going to come to your garden. So build you a fence or something just to protect yours. So um, this is what we were going to share tonight about the healing presentation part, and it's still only about 11:27. So we did good because I was expecting that with that testimony that was going to take us into another hour, maybe an hour and a half. And I told her she could take up to 3 hours if she wanted to, and she started laughing. She said, "Don't tempt me," because she says she likes to talk. But she did have grandchildren, and she did say that she probably wasn't going to be able to make it. But at another time, as long as we can coordinate with her, that she will come on. And no matter what we're doing, um, I do want everyone here to hear that testimony because we are doing this every 3 weeks. I mean, for the next 3 weeks, every 9 days, because they do delete the live streams after the 10th day. So I do want to do a healing presentation. And I'm going to kind of vary it and do it a little different every time to give more of an explanation in a different way. And then on that last time, I just want to kind of go over the whole booklet again so that we understand if there's any questions. At that time, I do want to have a time of us just talking about healing, what we need to do, how we need to do it. But use this stream, share this stream with a loved one, show them, send them a copy of the healing booklet, or um, when you can, send us a email, and we will send those healing booklets out for free to anyone who wants to learn how to heal and heal others. Um, Faith Walker says, so helpful. Thank you. You are more than welcome, everybody. I just want everybody to learn how to heal because I don't like seeing people with sicknesses or even these COVID and people pass it because of COVID. When we can build those immune systems up, we can get you the strongest. We can get you to where your body fights and welcomes the fight. So bring it on. We'll take you. Um, Sigrid says, Patriot Nurse YouTube channel. Look in description. Okay, so Patriot Nurse on YouTube, look in the descriptions. I think she's talking about minerals and other products, but please use the ones that I recommend. And then if you want to use other products too, that's great. Um, but I do recommend the ones that I know work. Um, I haven't been to the Patriot Nurse yet, so I don't know yet. Cliff says, good presentation tonight, Jerry. Thank you. You are more than welcome, Cliff. Everyone, you're all more than welcome. Seeger says, excellent, Jerry. Thank you. I'm so happy to do this. We will be doing this again. Seeger says, where are mineral dosages in the booklet? I can't find. Um, well, actually, the dosages are on the bottles of the minerals. Cliff says, I found you because of the Bigfoot subject, but have enjoyed the healing stuff and history just as much, if not more. Yes, this is a different kind of channel because I wanted to give a lot of information and a lot of ancient knowledges. This does pertain to the Bigfoot also, but this also, because it's through plasma scaling and uniformity and cohesion that they're here amongst us. So these things are in the same category, but this also is about making ourselves stronger, ourselves more aware, to use our natural feelings, our natural abilities, our natural senses, our right side, left side, our right eye, our left eye, our third eye. This it's a lot of information, and I'm taking it kind of step by step of how I would see it'd be easiest for us to get to the further advancement, even though we're more advanced than I would say 99.9% of the world, because you are getting information that no one else does. So I would say that you are more advanced already, but we are going to go further into the advancement. And once we get to those places, when we talk about pulse weapons and things like that, you're going to really appreciate that we took this time. Let's see. Angel Song says, "Oops, I have to go. I am late. I have to replay tomorrow." Okay, yes, we're closing up ourselves, so you did make it through. Faith Walker says, "Agree, Cliff." Faith Walker also says, "Hey, Angel Song, glad you're here. It's definitely worth replaying, and I hope you do replay it, reshare it, understand how it works, how the system, how you use the charts, and share with everybody." And Cliff says, it's like a bonus, Faith Walker, laugh out loud. Yes, all this information is a bonus, and we're sharing everything freely. Like I said, we still got to get into these hieroglyphic things. We got to get into more of the maps, more of how to read sky maps and things like that. And I know that most of you are ready right now, but I'm going to be showing y'all some pictures and just have some of the people here explain these pictures, which if people are just now getting into the channel or has only watched a few streams, you probably won't understand the hieroglyphs, but you will see that people in this room do understand these hieroglyphs, and that you will understand these things as long as you stay with this stream. So let me just read these last few things, and then we're going to close for the night. We will be back tomorrow night. Um, let's see. We're going over more warrior mind training tomorrow. And like I said, this all pertains to Bigfoot because you have to know how to control your mind, how you have to be mindset before you go out into the wilderness so that you have no surprises. And we will go over those things tomorrow also. Angel says she got distracted by Portal and Ascension, which is free all weekend. Okay, okay. We just closed one of those. We'll have to talk about Ascension through the energy bodies. And Angel says I will definitely replay this too. Play this though. Okay, great. So everybody have a great night. Sleep well. Don't dream. Use the intent to not dream because dreams are dangerous. Dreams are two-way doors. Things can come in, or you can go through, or you can be fed upon in those dreams. If you feel sluggish, tired, wake up, wake yourself up. But if you set the intent to be to basically program yourself to where if you do feel that way, you'll instantly be back or back here. That is a protection from you for you, so that your energy is not fed upon when you don't know that it can be. Cliff says, "Good night, y'all. Good vibes. Yes, everyone have a good night. Um, accept the knowledge, keep it. It's yours. Share it with whoever you would, like to know more about this knowledge for the body and for ourselves. So everybody have a great night. I'll see you tomorrow night at 9:30. As yes, I'll be back tomorrow at 9:30. I'll see y'all. Everybody have a great night. Angel says nighty night, everyone. So everybody have a great night. I'll see y'all again tomorrow.